here with Mr. Olusegun. Well, I think he's happy with today's result because his face is even looking calm, and he's smiling. So I think he's actually pleased with today's result, regardless of what happened. Up to you. What's your analysis about today's match?
Yeah, I wasn't expecting much. It's the usual thing. Chelsea have not been improving. Even the back room, they've not been putting things together. And that's what we are saying. When you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. And that's what is happening. So we've been here a couple of years ago. We've been talking about the striking position in which by now we think things should have been put in place. Yes. And you can see what the department of that striking role is still lagging behind. You see the striker. That's why the supporting team, the supporting striker also is not doing well because you don't have an arrowhead or the striker that can make things happen in that match, and that's what we see. Even we are so fortunate that the Bretford team, they were not good enough. They would have beaten Chelsea at least with 1-0 nil, and will have yes exactly. Will at least will have been at the losing side. So that's what really happened.
Okay, so in the last previous matches Chelsea featured in, we've been hearing that for the fact that Nicholas Jackson wasn't around, that the form of even Cole Palmer dropped. So Jackson is back or came back some days ago, and he features in today's match. What really happened? Is it because he has been out from footballing activities for a while? That is why Chelsea couldn't get their winning strategy, or probably a point, or the winning point from this match.
I think the problem is a technical problem. It's not about a person as a coach. It's a person as a player. It's all about teamwork. Me being a coach, I should be able to put all itineraries together to make sure that if any player is out of the match, it shouldn't have any negative or adverse effects on the team. So there should be interdependent. So it should be a teamwork, not just if Kopama is not there, Chelsea is not going to perform like the days of Hazard. But what we're saying is that also we need to put the round pen in a round hole, in which we have not been doing. This same complaint we've been having since the past 2 years, when we have been talking about how to manage a team, the kind of team you should bring to the club, and we have not been doing well. Even I thought most of the fault goes to Boli, who is the co-owner of the major co-owner of the club. Yes, because I see more of him being a racist. Because by now we should have been talking of Osimhen coming to the team, and we know what Osimhen will have done, the positive impact he will have put into the team. But now we are still talking about we're not having striker and we're having an adverse effect upon us. So that's just it. That's the problem we're having.
Okay, so if you are talking about the co-owner being a racist, Chelsea majorly has more black players in the squad. And I see that every other player there with with given chance and all, they can equally perform as much as Osimhen does. Maybe Osimhen is a world-class player. His work rate and all. So Jackson has been there. He came from Villarreal and he did a whole lot of magic in Villarreal. His first season, he has a whole lot of work. Maybe his conversion rate is not what Chelsea fans are expecting. But do you really feel if Osimhen comes into this team, Chelsea will do a whole lot better?
Yes, definitely. Chelsea will improve because what we need is a strong man that can at the attacking role, which is number 9, the major 9. So I think yes, we have black players in Chelsea's team. That doesn't mean Boli is not racist. He's just doing it indirectly. Man U did that before, where they were being racist and they never even they didn't like bringing black players in the team. But what can a team do without the black player? Caicedo was highly outstanding, and he has majority of the votes. So Boli had no choice. So I think that was Osimhen then. He intentionally don't want to bring Osimhen because he believes that a white man should be able to do better than that, and that's what I say about it. But they don't have a choice. In the past 3 years now, no white man can be filled in that position, and that's what we are saying. Bring Osimhen to that team, you will see what will happen. The 9 will be the 9, there will be a spark in the area of the 9, the supporting strikers, another department. So Osimhen on his own, he's a clinical player. So you don't even need majorly. You don't even need support. 50% or 90%, 70% of other player support, but he can clinically put up the ball and put it to score, and that's what's meant for you.
Okay, so Chelsea sitting, comfortably in the first half of the table. Where do you see them end as before the end of season? Because the form is here, the form is not there, and
Well, I don't see them sitting. I don't see them maintaining that 4 if care is not taken, because there is no certainty of being that. Because the way it is, for the past 2 months, I've not been one way or the other. I've been so busy. I've not been watching Chelsea's football matches. But when I came back, I was so surprised that they were still on that same level. I thought they would have dropped. Well, maybe it's a miracle, or they were just so fortunate. But we don't deserve that 4 because of what is happening, and the way we are deteriorating. We are losing originality, and it's not good. And technically, the team, the management should do better than that. There should be more of objectivity than being sentiment about it, and that's what's happening.
Okay, so we have 6 to 7 matches to go before the end of the season. Would you prefer Chelsea just moving out of the top 10, probably focusing more on the Premier League next season, or having a qualifying spot in the Champions League or the Europa or the Conference, so as to vie for more competitive cups?
I believe they can still climb more ladders, more steps to the ladder, and if they put everything into order, they should. I think the problem they have is they are not learning from their mistakes, and there's no sign that they want to improve the team. If they want to improve the team, they will make sure they prepare for the rest of the matches. They will prepare how to be at the top 4, at least the top 4, to maintain the top 4, so that they can go to Champions League next season. I think that's what they need to do. It's so simple. It's not a rocket science. You know where the problem lies. That's why you have a technical department. Gone are the days when you allow the coach to determine every technicality. But now, in the area of Mourinho, when he sold Salah and he sold Lukaku, and we saw what De Bruyne, and we saw what these players are doing, the technical department of the club, Chelsea club, that's what I said. I know. Why are we technical department? It's because we are supposed to be supportive and to contribute to the yes, exactly. So, but at the point in time, they sat down. That was when they put an end to the monopoly of coach being deciding everything that has to do with technicality. So if that is what something good to go by, that means they should not be go slumber. They should come back to the drawing board and realize that they need to really put all hands should be on deck, and they should make sure that they contribute, make a positive impact to the technicality of the team. And when they do so, you see that. But in the rest of the season, Chelsea is going to perform wonderfully, and they might even be second on the table. Who knows? Depend on them.
Okay, so here you have it from Mr. Olusegun. A Chelsea fan. Before the beginning of this interview or analysis, his face was all smiley, but obviously from his own analysis, you see that he's not really contented with the way Chelsea has performed. He has even lost hope in the way Chelsea has performed these days. Hopefully, Chelsea picks a whole lot of form before the end of the season and probably end up in the Champions League spot in another more European sports space. Thank you for coming on, Mr. Olusegun. We hope to see you before the end of the season.
Thank you.